Rams lost to the Jets. Now the Jets won, but they lost their first round, the number 1 overall pick, and now we're already gonna pick Justin Fields. So congratulations, New York. You finally got to win. You're not going to go 0-16 like the Detroit Lions in 08. But what did it cost you? Welcome back to another brand new episode of E on the Mic, episode 11. I am your host, E, aka Ethan. I am here for a Christmas special today. My best friend Josh will be coming on later on this episode, but I will give him a great introduction. He doesn't even know it yet, but you guys will once this video does come out. But how's everybody been doing? It's going to be a great day. Just talk about sports and then talking about to my best friend about gaming. This is going to be a fun time, this episode, this Christmas special. I want to first, before I even start this episode, talk about the NBA returning and the NFL. Just before any of that, I want to appreciate you guys a lot. You know, Christmas is coming. I appreciate y'all for listening to me for this Christmas time. Enjoy with your family and friends. And if you do get a chance on the same day in Christmas time, that is the greatest thing for me. That will be my Christmas present to you guys. And Christmas right back to me. If you guys can listen to the episode, that will be appreciated a lot for you guys. I appreciate a lot of you guys that have helped me since day one, as I also mentioned, my 1-year anniversary. Want to just shout it out again, just before I even start out this episode. You know, just gotta bring love to the people, man. You know, that's what makes me a better person every single day when I make this podcast all the time. You know, I love doing this. I hope I can keep doing this for years to come. Shout out to Robbie for that quote. No, but seriously, but that's pretty much from my heart to soul. You know, that's really how I feel for you guys, man. I really appreciate everybody. There'll be things coming in the future. Promise you that. There will be merch in the future. Stay tuned. Remember this. Copy this part of the episode, clip it, and keep reminding me I'm bringing merch soon. All right, that's gonna happen. Okay, that will legit happen. Okay, but that's 2021 though, so I can't say when. So, but 2021 will happen. So the NBA is returning. Finally, the NBA they just returned yesterday. As I'm recording this on a Wednesday, which you guys will see this on Christmas Day. Which Kevin Durant looking good from the Achilles, from the injury. He's been out for 500 days almost, for more than 500 days. Excuse me. He played pressure with Kyrie Irving against Golden State. Well, of course, you have only Steph Curry there. You don't have Clay or Draymond Green, which shows with only Steph there. I don't know how Golden State can play it, but that rookie of the Golden State, though, he's been doing pretty good. 19 points. The center, man, he did pretty good for the Golden State last night, though. But the Nets look dangerous. Now, it's going to be very interesting when we see the Nets play a good team, like for example, the Lakers, how they play offensively, how they be defensively. Then you guys see how they really are. Yesterday was against Golden State that looks depleting. There's only Steph Curry there. You don't got the two guys that really solidify the squad of Golden State, you know. Impressive win, though. 126-99 just blew them off the roof. Tuesday, man, they ain't look, Golden State doesn't look right now. But watch out for the Nets. They look like a team. I can see why the Nets were in that conversation more than the Heat, which I'll explain that more once I head to my Heat, which we'll talk about the recap and all that of last season and to now. And then the other game, the Lakers showing off their rings. Now, everybody that's in that podcast group, yes, please tell me that the Lakers won. Thank you. We won 2 games, okay? You guys thought it was going to be 4-0, okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone, okay? Miami got them some runs, you know, but at the end of the day, the Lakers did show off the rings. LeBron James got his ring finally. I'm going to say this is his 5th ring, if I'm not mistaken, or 4th. No, he's a 4th. This is his 4th because he won 2 times Miami, 1 in Cleveland, and now this is a 4th ring. I thought he won 5 for a second. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10 in the final, so 40%. So who knows? He might get another ring this year. Who knows? Which I'll make that prediction soon. But They got their rings, but they did lose to Kawhi Leonard to Paul George of the Clippers yesterday. It looked like the Clippers got a rebound from just spoil Lakers championship rings really that night. Impressive win. Paul George going pretty good and pretty solid. I think it was pretty much 26 points. So pretty solid night for Paul George and the Clippers. Really, just spoil LeBron James ring moment, but he did enjoy the ring moment. I saw the video. He really enjoyed that so much for the rings. I know Lakers Real Podcast. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, girl. Went on your podcast for the Heat. Gonna bring you on. Don't worry. I'll definitely bring you on during the season. Definitely is gonna happen. The Heat are playing against the Magic tonight, and then they're gonna play against the Pelicans on Christmas Day, and then 2 games down here against Milwaukee twice before the New Year's, and then you got the Mavericks. So what do I think about those games? First off, let's recap of the Heat. The Heat went to the finals last year. They did lose to the Lakers 4-2, shocking everybody. It even shocked me. I didn't think we were going to the finals. I thought we were going to conference finals, and then we will lose to Boston. But we managed to beat Boston. That was hype as heck. If you ever saw me on Instagram, I was hype. I was going off in the group chats. They say, this is going to be a sweep. The Lakers say, technically you guys won, but it wasn't a sweep, okay? But don't get wrong. Tyler Hero, first off. Tyler Hero was going off. He's like my favorite player for the Heat right now. That's my favorite player right there. Jimmy Butler, too, as well. Then you got Dragic still there. You got pretty much almost the same people there, but just difference was Achua, who's a tall center, which we definitely need a tall player. That was a good draft pick that we picked up, especially when we have Bam Bam. Bam Bam was a good player, no question about it, as center. We just need a tall one in the back as a backup, which that will definitely help key for us. And then we got Avery Bradley from the Lakers, which he's going to get his ring once we play against the Lakers, which that'll be a nice rematch during the regular season. And then we did lose Jay Crowder and Derrick Jones Jr. in free agency. But with this Miami Heat, especially with the Casey Akapala, like in a preseason game, like 21 points and Stirs, my gosh, they're doing pretty good in the preseason game. So they earn some minutes. They're going to earn some minutes in the regular season. First, we're going to play against the Magic, which I'm pretty sure we should win this game. I think today we're going to beat them by 10 points or more. I really see that. Now, the NBA Southeastern has upgraded, of course, with Washington. Atlanta looks dangerous as well. Charlotte with LaMelo Ball. So, but I still see the Heat make the division. But I do know the Hawks will somehow be in the playoffs and possibly Washington. So who knows? Those 2 teams I can really see that can be in the playoffs. Miami's going to win the division. I'm already predicting this right now. Miami's going to win this division. I think we still have the same squad from last season. We just got a few change key players, but realistically, I think Miami got this division. Now, I don't think it's going to be easy piece of cake. Let's not get that wrong. This ain't going to be a piece of cake. Let's be real. But I think Miami, in the end, by the time it comes to playoff time, Miami will win this division. Now, what seed will we be in? We'll either be 4th or 5th like we did last season. Can we make that magical run? Could be. I don't know. It's too early to tell. I can't really tell you how far we can go with this squad. I hope we can go back to the finals. If I'm being realistically, I'm hoping. But if we don't, I think we'll just be in the second round, maybe the conference finals once again, like I mentioned last year. This is too early to predict this. It just started. The season just started not too long ago. So I got to pump the brakes there just for cases. I know everybody's talking about MVPs. I think it's too early to tell for MVPs. I got to see. Obviously, LeBron's always in there and the Greek Freak is always in there. But too early to tell, Can't say anything for the MVPs right now. If I had to choose, I'll say LeBron again, But too early to tell for MVPs because I know everybody's saying, who's your MVP right now? I don't know. It's way too early. Like, this is too early predictions. I understand that, but got to make it happen, But that's my predictions right there. Now, Miami for the other game, the Christmas Day at 12 o'clock Eastern time. That's going to be a nice one against Zion Williams. So that's going to be a little bit tough. I know we lost to them in the preseason game, but it's going to be a bit tough for the Heat, I think we still come up with the win. But then against Milwaukee, twice down here with the Greek Freak. I know the Greek Freak really wants to beat us from the playoffs when we beat them 4-1 in the playoffs. So we'll see how we play against Milwaukee this year. See how it goes. I think we'll win one out of two. I think Milwaukee will win one of our games, and then we have to play against Luka, against the Mavericks, which I think Luka will somehow beat us, but it's gonna be by a small margin. So you're really looking at a 3-2 out of these first five games. That's what I'm predicting right now. 3-2 for Miami Heat right now. That's what I see coming off from these first five games of the regular season. Now we're gonna improve. Let's be real. We're gonna be improved, but that's what I really see realistically. Now, if I'm being biased, it would be 4-1 or 5-0. That's being biased. But realistically, I can see a 3-2. I think we pull off first two games dubs. Milwaukee will lose one, and then we'll win that one, and then we lose the Mavericks. That's how I really see the next five games for Miami. Real quick, the NFL. So the Dolphins with an impressive win over the Patriots. Cam Newton, 22-12. First half looked sluggish. Our offense wasn't clicking. Our running game, though, was clicking in the first half, which was the shockingest thing for this Dolphins season, only averaging 95 yards. That game alone, we went to 200 yards, okay? 200 yards with Amin, and Matt Breida. So I'm like, damn. But that was the only thing that was clicking in the offense. Our defense was clicking, although there was some plays that they called back, like, oh, the guy was out of bounds. It could have been that would have helped us with a touchdown, but 1.5 with 6-0, if I'm not mistaken, or 9-0 in the half. And we couldn't kick. And when we kicked the field goal for Jason Sanders, 52 yards, of course the announcers jinx it, and he misses, which is tough. It's tough to see that go 6-0, especially and then 2 or 3 interceptions. That when we were the only drive in the offense that first half, that I would say that we almost scored a touchdown, but pressure got to him and threw it to Jackson right there, But the second half, we started clicking. We started to feel we're a team again, and we just played lights out on Patriots. We never let them score a touchdown. We only held in the field goals, okay? We only held the field goals. We holding Cam Newton, and the Patriots are eliminated from that. They're at 6-8, which I feel happy for the Patriots to be out of the playoffs as a division rival. But unfortunately, we're not going to get division this year because the Bills clinched the division. That's a bummer, especially now they're in second because Pittsburgh lost. We're going to talk about Pittsburgh in a second. But Miami, 2 games crucial. First, we got to play against Las Vegas Raiders, John Gruden. You know how that's going to go. I know John Gruden wants to stay alive in this playoff. It's kind of slim for the Raiders now since they lost to the Chargers last week, but they're looking for revenge, and Miami cannot slack. If our defense can stay solid, how we've been doing for the past few games, for pretty much the whole season, really, for the defense, besides the first 2 weeks, and our offense clicking in the beginning and throughout the game, because I feel like I understand we don't have wide receivers. I know you guys probably going to say, but you guys don't have wide receivers. They're starting. Well, we might get Parker back this Saturday. We might get Gesicki back, possibly Grant. Preston Williams, I haven't even heard if he's even going to come back this season because he's been hurt since the Arizona Cardinals game. So it's a bummer because Preston Williams is a good wide receiver that I feel is a good wide receiver coming from undrafted rookies from 2 seasons ago, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a bummer. But it wasn't our passing game. It was just mostly our running game that really impressed me. But we do get Myles Gaskin back for this game, so that's going to be a plus for us right there. I know people that picked up Ahmed right there in fantasy, and they're like, really? Gaskin's coming up? Yes, Gaskin is going to play this Saturday. It's weird to saying this Saturday when I'm used to saying this Sunday for Miami, You used to 1 o'clock games on Sundays, and then it's a Saturday 8 o'clock, and it's like, oh, man, really? But crucial there for Miami. I think we do pull it off. This is for the 5 selection too. Well, we will pull it off, and it will be by 10 points. It's going to be a close one, though, but in the end, I think we secured it. 28-18, actually. But then the next game, we're going to play against the Bills. That's going to be a tough one, and it's going to be in Bills Stadium. It's going to be tough, especially since now the Bills have the 2nd seed, thanks to the Steelers losing to the Bengals, which – it's a bummer. So let's say Miami stays in 7th, right? And the Bills stay in 2nd. We will have to play the Bills twice. Even if we clinch the playoffs on week 17, we still got to play them right there for the wild card. So And last time we played in the wild card, if you see right here, this Don Shula picture right there, that was the last time the Bills won the division, 1995. And they defeated the Dolphins there, and that was Don Shula's last game of coaching. It's gonna be tough for Miami. Let's be real, but they have a promise you future. It really impresses my numbers. I had them at high at 9-7. They're at 9-5 right now. So if they get 10, they already master what I wanted. I know this season I said realistically 7-9. Thank goodness they passed that, and they're at 9, where my high expectation was. They're at 9 wins. So I'm really happy for them. This is probably like best season since 2016. Let's be realistically me. 2016 was the only time I actually started playing We Are the Champions at week 16 when we made the playoffs, But that was my only victory because I've never seen us win a playoff game, I'm hoping to see that and win the Super Bowl sometime soon, man, because I don't want to be that fan that doesn't experience that, always experience it on the TV all the time, just watching the playoffs, that I want to see my team in the playoffs, that's a great feeling to have your team in the playoffs. I only felt that twice, 2008, 2016. That's about it, But let's talk about the Steelers, since I keep mentioning the Steelers all the time. Juju Smith-Schuster, he's gonna finally stop dancing on the logos, which I think is probably gonna be beneficial for him because the team has lost 3 times in a row, and karma's getting to him. I love Juju. Let me be real. I love Juju. That man's a great man, but I think he's gonna stop dancing on the logos, but I think it was kind of jinxing him every time he went on the logo and say, well, we're going to keep dancing on the logo. That man got laid down by the Bengals defender, man. And they upset them 27-17. No one expected that. I didn't expect that either. Only Peyton expected that. He was dancing after that. He kept messaging me like, the Giants lost, sucker. I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank you for reminding me that I picked a lousy upset. I know. It's guts, okay? It's guts and cold. But the Steelers weren't the only one that got upset. The Rams lost to the Jets. Now the Jets won, but they lost their first round, the number 1 overall pick, and now they're already picked Justin Fields. So congratulations, New York. You finally got to win. You're not gonna go 0-16 like the Detroit Lions in 08. But what did it cost you? It cost you Justin Fields? Definitely, certainly that's what cost you guys. But the Rams, what happened to the Rams? Like, what happened to this 9-14 that destroyed the Patriots? Where was that? It was 23 at one point for the Jets, and the Jets secured the game 23-20. How did that happen? It just mind blows me. And the Rams, if they play like that, they could be a first round exit. No questions about it. They could be a first round exit. No questions asked. It's just disappointing for the Rams and Steelers. Now the Seahawks are above. They are on top of the division, which both will be playing, which I'll get to my selection in a second. But overall, if both teams want to be realistically in the playoffs, they have to show a strong 2 games left to be considered, that they are realistically. Look to my vice selections. Here we go. So as I mentioned, Miami, as I said, 28-18. I see Tua getting a rushing touchdown this game, and I see him about 220, maybe a touchdown and a rushing touchdown. She really secure and a defensive touchdown. That's what I really see from Miami. And the Oakland side, I'll say Marcus Mariota rushing touchdown, possibly a Waller or Josh Jacobs rushing touchdown. That's what I see mostly for the Raiders and a field goal. But to talk about next, Baltimore and the Giants. Now, Lamar Jackson coming on an impressive win over Jacksonville. And then you got the Giants lost the Browns. Now, this is going to be a great game. Giants are staying alive in the division. Baltimore is starting to stay alive in the playoffs. In the end, as much as I want to say the Giants, Baltimore's winning this. I don't see the Giants, especially if they still have Colt McCoy or Daniel Jones. It's going to be tough playing this Baltimore defense. The defense, it's been up and down, but with this team, especially with the struggling Giants, I think Baltimore secures this. I don't think it's going to be close at all. It's going to be 35-20. That's what I say right now. Lamar Jackson's going to go off. I'm telling you that right now. Now, Seahawks and Rams. Seahawks coming impressive win over the division title Washington, which they don't have in the division yet, against the Rams. Who I got here? I got Seattle. I think Seattle's going to secure the division, and I don't think the Rams are going to recover from that. But I think the Rams are going to play the Washington in the 5th seed. Who knows? But then again, if the Rams lose and Tampa wins, then Tampa can play against Washington and the Giants. But Tom Brady doesn't want to play the Giants. You know how that goes. 2007, 2011 flashbacks. No, I don't think so. But Daniel Jones, yeah, I can understand that. But I think Seattle got this. Russell Wilson definitely going to have a bounce back since they lost to the Rams the first time. I think Seattle gets it this time. And then my last selection, Packers versus Titans, the Sunday night football that people want to see. Aaron Rodgers versus Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill. Woo, it's going to be a high-scoring game. No question about it. The Packers are just trying to secure that number 1 spot, which I think they can secure this one. The Titans are trying to secure the division. I think the Packers are going to secure that number 1 spot. Aaron Rodgers is going to go 5 touchdowns, 350 yards. I can see it. No questions asked. I think the Packers was going to be a close one. It's going to be 42, to 38. I think that's going to be how close this game is. Now, if they stop Derrick Henry or they stop Aaron Jones, different story can happen. But I think it's going to be a close one. I think the Packers do got this game and the guy in the bag right here. Thank you guys for listening to this brand new episode of E on the Mic, episode 11. Unfortunately, I do not have Josh Evilcactusx coming on today. Unfortunately, difficulties due to the holidays as normal, but I do really appreciate you, Josh. He also tell you guys to say Merry Christmas and enjoy this. He will definitely have a gaming channel soon. He's streaming right now on Twitch, which I'll put that in link in the description. But I want to say personally to him right now in this camera right here. I know I said this earlier today, but I really appreciate you as a friend. I really appreciate you helping me throughout the day. Since day one, man, for certain, I really appreciate you. You helped me through everything, man. You're my best friend. That's why I call you my best friend, bro. Like, like for real, you know. Even before the podcast industry, always helped me, man. But we'll definitely get something happen for you to come on this podcast once more, all right? Definitely will. I promise you there. I'll keep my promises. I always keep my promises to people, so. But without further ado, that was the end of episode 11. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you in episode 12 for one of my football buddies who horse collared me before I left. See you then.